morning, everybody. Today is February 24th, 2021, and we're going to be taking a look at gold, silver, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin. Taking a look at gold. Gold is starting to pull back down. However, it did bounce on this green line, which is interesting. We will have to see if gold can break below the body of this one. Until then, I am going to be paying attention that this may be another leg to the upside or more consolidation in this area. I do expect further breakdown. However, it may take multiple weeks to get to the target price of $16.77. Gold can turn around at any time, and I will let you know when I start seeing that. However, right now I see bearish, just bearish on gold. All right. Silver. As you know, silver, I am a bull. The weekly is looking great. The daily. Yesterday we had a rough 2. It did trade above the 1. Your long trade would have activated right here at the break of this one candle's wick on this 2. Your stop loss. Well, your stop loss should be below the swing low. However, I like this confluence of moving averages in this area, so my stop loss would actually be below this 20 period moving average. And let me change that because that should be a 30. Yes, below the 30 period moving average, which would put you underneath the triangle still. That's better. All right. Where am I looking at right now? Well, this 3 isn't doing so great. We haven't managed to break above this 2. We're consolidating, and we're consolidating below this red line. We need to see full body closes above this red line. After that occurs, then I will start to become a raging bull on the daily. S&P 500. The S&P 500 has bounced off the 50 period moving average and closed above the 30. Right now, it looks like our 5, this correction looks like it's over. I think we're heading towards the upside again, and I'm expecting all new highs sometime next week if we continue on this trajectory. The 200 period moving average is finally breaking out of the channel. That is also great news. That makes me more bullish. Now, the weekly chart is a very bullish candle coming off of a large correction. We do have space to move all the way down, however, into this 30 period moving average. If that happens, I would not be surprised. MACD looks great on the weekly, and the RSI looks good on the weekly. You're in the bullish territory. You do have a little bit of divergence going on, so we will need to pay attention to that, but that is not a cause for concern yet. Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the weekly. The weekly chart has made a new swing low. It is in the vicinity of the 7 period moving average. It is close enough to the 7 period moving average that I do believe that we could consider this a large enough correction, not time-wise, but price-wise, to have considered this a touch and a back test, because it's 5%. You have a 5% margin of error on these charts is what I use, and we're right in that 5% area. Right in that 5%. We're so close to 5. We're 6.32% for a margin of error for a back test. That is not something to sneeze at. We're in 4.8 for the test of the moving average. That is perfect. That is just right on the cusp of being correct. So I'm going to maintain that this correction may be over. However, when we look at the daily, we are going to see a slightly different picture. We still have 4 days to close on the weekly. The daily picture is completely different to me. What I need to see is closes above this red trend line. As long as we're staying above this red trend line, the trend from the bottom at 29,000 of the last correction is intact. What I need to see after this candle is a close above this yellow line and either a retest of the top of the channel or a breakout to continue this move to the upside. After we are out of the channel, then I can remove this red line because I think this red line is too steep, and I can use the channel as a trend line. The RSI has pulled back significantly on the daily, and that is plenty for another bounce towards the overbought position. The MACD has crossed over, but is still highly positive. It is trending down, so we will pay attention to that. We do not have a short trade activated. We do not have a 2 going below a 1, which is good news. So the DeMark count is resetting. Now on the 4-hour. The 4-hour chart has completely reset. We had bullish divergence here. We have closed 1, 2, 3, and this will be a fourth candle. We have closed, I will consider this one a 4 as well. We've closed 4 full candles above this 7-period moving average. That is good news to me. That maintains my stance that we are potentially going to try and challenge this 30-period moving average. We never managed to close a full body below this 200 period either, which is good news. We could have had a situation with this followed by a breakdown. It looks more like we didn't have that scenario. It looks something more like this, where we had a couple closes and now we're going to move up and trend sideways. So I am expecting a move to a higher high after this. This looks like a capitulation bounce as well. The recovery is V-shaped at this moment. If we can break above this 3 candle or on this, either this candle or the following one on the 4-hour, I'm expecting some serious momentum to the upside. If I was an Elliott wave trader, and I am not, I would say 1, 2, and 3 is the ABC correction on the 4-hour. Or I would say this is the A, this is the B somewhere, and we don't know what the top of the B is. It could be right there. And the C is coming. I don't know personally if that's correct or not. I am not an Elliott wave trader. There are better experts to talk about that subject. As long as we are consolidating in price above, the keyword is above $50,000. How many closes have we had above 50? We had 1 close above 50. We've had 2 closes above 50. We've had 1 close below 50. We've had 3 closes above $50,000 and 1 below. What I need to see here is this candle now break back above $50,000 and hold the price. If this 1 candle can close above the body of this 4 candle, I will maintain my bullish stance that we are going to flip to the upside. Now, in order to get a 5 printed here, we have to close above the top of the 1 candle. We could do it. That is not a huge price difference. It's less than $1,000. However, it looks like we are going to have some momentum to the downside first. We have 4 hours basically until this candle closes. The MACD is flattening and is negative, but it looks like it can start to trend to the upside if we start moving up in price. The RSI is kind of flat and trending down. We have support right here in this area on the RSI, and we are going to, as long as we maintain a higher high than this, I think the RSI is in a good position. So that's everything I have to say for Bitcoin, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow. Nothing worth panicking about over this price move yet. Bye for now.